Hey, good evening. I'm getting ready to do something here for you all. I just wanted to put this online so that it could be repeated about the M25 challenge that Guiding Light's getting ready to do. And I'm sharing this with whoever else that might be able to see this at a later point. I see we've got some people that are coming online now. Great to see you all as you come on out here. Uh, and I see I got several folk that have come online. We're going to talk about tonight the Matthew 25 challenge that Guiding Light's going through. And I want to give it a moment for additionally for others to get online so I can explain what my heart is on this and help you to understand so that maybe you can also explain to others uh, what what we're trying to do at the light because we're a ministry. I've said before, I want us to move beyond the four walls of the church. I want to go into the streets. I want to go to the world. And you are empowering us to do it with what your contributions have been. God has opened so many wonderful doors for us. He's done so many wonderful things for all of us in our lives. And I believe that we owe him our life. We owe him praise for our lives. And as Pastor Jim said this morning, he spoke this morning talking about love is action. Love is a verb. And we must show the fundamental thing that Christ said for us to do to love one another, to love one another as he has loved us. And I believe that to the depths of my heart that that's what Christ wants us to do. And to love one another shows itself in action in so many different ways. And one is going to be through understanding the plight of many of our brothers and sisters that are around the world. I've told you before, we've been involved with the Nazarene Fund. And with that Nazarene Fund, we helped with removing people out of harm's way when ISIS was murdering people. We were a part of that. We supported that movement. That was a world movement. We did it. It took not just Guiding Light, but multiple churches, and we were involved. And then when people were taken out of Afghanistan, the government hurriedly did that because like we've done so many different times before, we've dismissed other nations looking out for ourselves. Now, we've done a lot of good things for the world, but in Afghanistan, we just screwed that up. And we left many Americans and many good, faithful people behind. But with what we did with the Nazarene Fund, we helped to extricate, pull people out of Afghanistan through a lot of other ways. Well, another one of the things that we're doing is we're involved with World Vision. You can go look up World Vision. You can look at Nazarene Fund and see how I'm trying to get us to reach out in the world. But if you look up World Vision, you will find that they do a wonderful job around the world too. And we're partnered with them. One of the things that we will be involved with on next Sunday is an event called Chosen. Now, that's next Sunday. But preparation for that event is for you to understand the words of Christ about love in Matthew 25, in that you've done it to the least of these, my brothers. You've done it unto me. So, what I've done is to look at World Vision and find that they are actually going into Kenya and various other uh, uh, third world nations, and they are offering support. In fact, not only are they offering support to third world countries, they are also offering support even in the United States. And many of you are familiar with that, with what we're doing with gifts in kind. That's what we're doing when some of you participated in it, some of you've been wonderfully blessed with some of the gifts that we've gotten from World Vision that are there to help others. Think about it. Some of you may have gone through our Room 100, is what we call it, and you've gotten some materials out of there that some of you've used for yourself, some of you've given to other people, and at which I know all of you are doing. You're sharing those things that we have in Room 100 with others, and you're blessing other people. That's my heart, that we share, we give. As you give to the ministry, you're giving to your neighborhood. And what we're about to do on next Sunday. And I don't want to get you too confused with these things. But and if you have a question, you can text me about it. But the M25 challenge is a challenge that we go through to experience what some people in the third world are experiencing. For instance, many of them don't have access to what I call potable water, water that they can drink, and they have to go miles in order to get fresh water. Many of them don't have a sanitary sewer situation. And I know we had some of that situation in the United States too, and we're doing our part on that. That's some more I'll teach you about. I'll tell you more about when we talk tomorrow evening on the event when we're talking about Alabama and how I want us to affect Alabama. But now we're talking about Kenya. We're talking about in Africa, where we are going to be involved with helping some children in Africa. The challenge is for you to experience some of those things. Now, I'm going to ask you to sign up for this challenge in a few minutes. I'm going to ask you to sign up for it and so that you can get information that's going to come from World Vision. And World Vision is going to tell you prayer points, going to share with you things that's going to help you grasp what indeed my heart is for the world. You'll pick up some of that because that's the reason I signed up with them and brought it to your attention. But I want you to sign up for it so you can begin to feel some of the things that I believe God feels towards this world. And then we, as Guiding Light, can begin to affect the world. You've done wonderful with Guiding Light. Thank you. Thank you for your tithes and offerings. And what you've done with that, we've been able to do a lot of things to getting the word out. But I want to do more than just express the word. I want the word to be applied, to apply it through you all being ministers. And therefore, we're connecting up with these external organizations, like I said, Nazarene Fund, like the World Vision, and many other things that we're doing. We become a house of refuge to really hit the ground in 2022 doing things physically for people. I teach a lot of word. Pastor Jim teaches word, and Minister Alo, she's preaching in prayer, and so many others. We've got Minister Corey Davis, uh, Minister Calvin Tucker, Minister Charlene Bray. So many are doing so much in teaching the word and some being involved with people. But the M25 challenge is for you to begin to something I hope that will tug at your heart so you'll get this world vision that I have, so that you'll begin to have a vision that we can take the world. We can begin to impact the world. All of us together. Your tithes and offerings have just been a tap on what's going on now, but God's going to bless us even more. So this challenge is something that you're going to go through, and whether you can handle it. And I know many of us can't handle some of the things that people in third world are going through, but World Vision has worked it out so we can get a little bit of a feeling of empathy for what people in third world countries are going through. So I'm going to ask you to sign up for it, but I'm going to put the video on for a moment while others that are coming on board here. So you can see this video that World Vision gave us. And I hope you understand what I'm saying. This is a reach to the world in 2022. It is a strong reach. But remember, we also have been affecting our local area too. Remember, we gave out food last year. We've been a testing site for COVID. We've done a lot of things. My heart is to do more than just preach the word, but to also use the application of the word, as Jesus said, in that you do it to the least of these, you do it unto me. Here is World Vision that we've tied into to go to the world. Remember, we food things that we did, the distributions we did, and we did that and watch again and understand my way of doing things. We did that by connecting up with some of the things through the political connections that I have. And that has opened doors because the government is trying to help in some ways to make things better for our citizens. I'm going to grab hold of what the government's going to do. I'm going to take advantage of every opportunity so that when we all stand before God, we did everything we could to make our world better by tending to to people and loving people by giving them material things that can help them as well as spiritual things. Now, what I'm going to do is put the video on for a moment and just watch that. That'll give a little more people in time to get on. And I'm going to try to keep this real short, tell you how to do the M25 challenge so we can all be on that this week coming up. And then on Sunday, we're going to do something special for those of you that are willing to get more personal and help some children. But right now, I'm going to show you this one little video, give you an opportunity to look at, and just look at that for a moment. We showed it this morning. It's in church service. Then I'll be right back with you. Okay.
Then the king would say to those on his right, "Come, you are blessed by my Father. Take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." Then the righteous will answer him, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invited you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you?" The king will reply, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me."
The Matthew 25 challenge was a transformational moment for my family and I. There was one particular day when the challenge was to sleep on the floor. And I walked by my daughter's room, and she was already there on her sleeping bag, reading her Bible.
The Matthew 25 challenge was an incredibly spiritual experience for me personally. God was teaching us different things every day, and sharing it with each other was really exciting.
Well, when it came to the Water Day challenge, 3 words come to mind: caffeine, withdrawal, headaches. Going without coffee all day was a lot harder than I thought. I would get But every time I did, it would remind me of the 6-kilometer walk that women and children have to do to get unclean water.
My first thought was, this will be easy. I grew up missing meals and sleeping on the floor, but my daughters, not so much. They were challenged to come out of their Wi-Fi life and actually experience what kids around the world experience every single day.
Okay, so there you see that banner came up there just a minute ago, the World Vision banner. That's who you have partnered with. Now, you say, "I didn't do it, Bishop. I didn't partner with them." I did on your behalf. I did it because I wanted to accrue for you as a credit to your account when you stand before God. Because as you know, I've been teaching over the past few weeks on eternity. And I've been teaching, saying that's the most important thing. That's all that matters is eternity. And in Matthew 25, if you go to Matthew 25 and 31, and I don't intend to teach tonight, I just want to show you some of these things. But if you look at the scripture in Matthew 25, you see that's talking about the final judgment. And it says, when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, then he will sit on his glorious throne, and we're going to be with him. Now, before him will be gathered all the nations, and he will separate the people one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will place the sheep on his right, and that's us. That's us. And he'll put the goats on his left. And then I'm going through it. I don't really want to teach a lot. But then the king will say to those on his right, "Those are the sheep. Come, you were blessed of my Father." That's what I'm setting up for you. Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. You remember that also when we talked about in Matthew 25, just a few verses, and a few weeks ago, I was talking about the parable of the talents. Come, he says, inherit the kingdom. Come to the place that I prepared for you. That's you. That's what I'm setting up for you. And then in verse 35, for I was hungry and you gave me food. We're going to do that. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. And remember, Guiding Light, I've said to you before, you have done that. You have received people that other churches wouldn't even receive in their church. You have taken people in, and many of you have been upset with people I brought in. But I am trying to accrue for you credit for eternity because I believe in eternity. He says, I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. See, remember, that's why we have our prison ministry. We do so many different wonderful things for people, and a lot of folk don't even know about it. But we're going to always do ministry. Not only are we a word church, but we are a working church. Not only are we a word church, but we are a working church. Now, we're limited. We're limited to the laborers, but that's what Christ said. You know, that the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. But we have those workers. We do have are some marvelous, wonderful workers. Today, I was with the youth ministry, and there are just a few people that are working in the youth ministry, but we have some marvelous workers, and God is able to do a lot through a few, just like He did with the 12. He's able to do a lot with a few, and it's sometimes it's better to get rid of the many so that you can have a few that have the gift and the anointings to do even more. But then you know the story, and I'm not going to do the rest of that because I said I didn't want to teach. I just want to get you signed up to this program. And the Lord said that I think I want to end it up with one of these things here. When the king answers, when he says in Matthew 25, he said to them, truly I say to you, in that you did it to the least of these, my brothers, you did it to me. Once again, what I am saying, I want you to have a rich eternity. And so, what we're going to do, we want you to sign up for this M25 challenge to be able to have some experience of what people of third world countries and even in this country, some are going through. So, in order for you to do that, here's the procedure that we want you to do. We want you to take your cell phone and text. And first of all, uh, um, put the number in at the top. Put the number in. When you put a text, and you're going to put the text where you text the number you're going to go to, like you put somebody's name up there. You put 56170. Put 56170. Now let me show you what I'm talking about right here. Okay, get your cell phone, and I'm gonna bring mine up right here. And then I go to my text box and I go there and I'm going to press the button to create a new message. I don't think you can see that. You can see a new message right there. All right. And then you're going to put in there 561. Let me go up here. 5617 56170. It is wait a minute, let me make sure we check it again one more time. Look at the number to make sure I got it. 56170. All right. Now, so I go up there and I say text to five. You can't see it well. 56170. So I get ready to do that. And I've already done it, but that's what I'm going to do. I have, there it is, 561. You can't see that well. I'm so sorry. See, it says two. The numbers blurred out there, but it is 56170. Then you go down in the bottom where the text, well, let me just make up something here. I'm going to create a new text number. I'm just going to say, now probably, I don't know what's going to come up here, but I'm going to just text uh, how about this? 666. I did 4 sixes. There it is. So I'm saying two. See where I got the sixes there? It will be 56170. So you put that, and then when you do that, you go down to the message part, which is down here, and you come down here, and in the message, look at it. You put the message in there, and that message comes up to be this. GMC M25. So you go down here where the text is, and where the text is down there, and you say GLC. I said MC. Why did I say that? I don't know. You put GLC and GLC M25. There it is. See there? GLC M25 for Guiding Light Church, Matthew 25. So you put that down in the text area. See, I got GLC and I'm going to put M and 25. Notice, can you see that there? It's kind of hard to see it, but you'll be able to pull this up again because I'm trying to make this a short message. But text is texting to, see the number 2, I've got it blurred out up there, but GLCM25. And once you do that, you send that. And when you send that, you will get a message back, and it'll say this, and I'm going to quote it to you what they did when I did mine. I want you to do it. In fact, every one of you get your phones right now. Everyone, you got your phones up. Let's do this. Let me tell you why I want us to do it together. What I want us to do is to sign up together. And if you got your phone now, wherever you're doing this, on the live or on the replay, text text that number. Once again, I need to keep forgetting. Tell me what's the number again. Is I'll put it up on the screen so we can see it once again. And I need to write it down because I'm trying to remember. But once you've done it, you don't need to remember it anymore. You're going to text 56170. So let me just do that right now. Get your cell phone while I'm getting this together. Get your cell phone while I'm getting mine together. 56170. Okay. And get your cell phone. Everybody, let's do it together. Let's line up and let's get this thing together here. Okay. So 56170. Get your cell phone. Everyone's together. And we're going to sign in everybody, all of you all that are out there listening, whether you're in on the live or the replay. 56170. Text. You know how to text. You text everybody. And I know a lot of times you got other folk, your favorite people to text, but you're going to put a new person in there. You're going to text the person named 56170. 56170. You're going to text them. And when you text them, in the bottom line for the message, you put GLCM25. GLCM25. Let's go ahead and do that. Those of you that are doing it now, thank you. I see Amelia's done it. I see Deacon Brown has done it. Let me see some of the others that have done it. Let's see who else as you're going along with me right now. Sister Teresa Carter has done it. And Kirsten, I know you've done it because you can pick up on this. Somebody else, come on, tell me as you've done it. Let's do it together, because what's going to happen, they're going to send us information. You're going to learn some things through this program. You're going to learn about World Vision. You're going to pick up some information. Why do I want you to learn about it? Because that's who we partnered with to affect the world, to get to do things and credit for you and for me. And see, for rich reward in eternity. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. What I'm looking at, I'm multiplying myself by getting you to do it. And you need to multiply yourself by getting other folk to do it. When you do it, just get somebody else to experience what somebody that doesn't have some of the wonderful blessings that you have. Do it. Share it with your friends. Share that number, the 56170, with others, because they're going to be sending you prayer points, and they're also going to let you know what other people are suffering through. Now, some of you already know what other folk are doing. You know how some others are struggling now, and you don't have to do the challenge because life is a challenge for you also. Well, as we begin to give, remember, as Pastor Jim says, how when you sow the seed, he who gives seed to the sower will increase the harvest. So you got more seed to sow. Get that thing, y'all. The more you do for others, the more God's going to do for you. So let me just see who else has done it since then. Let's see some of the others we got right now. Along with Amelia and Angela Brown and Darlene Wilson, we got Kirsten Williams has done it. Darius Williams has done it. And Dr. Brown has done it. Amun Tucson has done it also. Hey, and listen, that's one of our brothers. That's he's a professional wrestler. Y'all need to see him. You see his wife up there sometime, and you see his wife at part of the praise and worship singers. She's usually in the back, and that Kirsten Johnson, and she's one of our wonderful singers. But Amun Tucson is a professional wrestler. You didn't know you had a professional wrestler among you, did you? But you do. But I'll tell you who he was in the kids play. He was the devil. So now you know who he was. But he's already done it. Thank you. And then Kimberly West has done it also. Kim, thank you. Brother Barry Simmons has done it. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. And then Sister Mary Carter said she did it earlier. And Brother Gaynor, hey, Brother Terry, love you, man. Been looking forward to seeing you. But you know what? Even though you haven't been in church, you're getting ready to do something that's going to affect the world. Okay. And then Brother Terry's done it. And then Angela Stoves has done it. Sister Angela has done it. Thank you for everyone that's done it. Now, here, Go and share what you are doing with others. As I was beginning to tell you a few minutes ago, I said, I'm multiplying myself. Go multiply yourself. Go tell other people about what we're doing here at Guiding Light. Take this that we're doing right now, this brief thing I'm trying to do. How long I've been on right now? I've been on for 25 minutes. Oh my goodness. I need to end this up in 5 minutes. Okay. Um, but go and share it with others so that you can multiply yourself. He said some will do it, some 30, some 60 and 100-fold. Go tell other people about what Guiding Light is doing, because there are people all over the world that can use extra help. And you need to understand what they're going through. All right. So now let's see who else has picked up on me. Nobody else is, no, okay, nobody else has done it. I don't see it. Okay, go share this so I can get some more on the replay. And you go, when you share it, remember that's multiplying for your increase. All right. Now, when you've done it, I was about to tell you what that was. When you've done it, um, here. Let me go back up here. Yeah, GLC M25 is what you text into that number, 56170. When you text that in there, World Vision responds. World Vision here. We are so excited you have joined the Matthew 25 Challenge. This is going to be an amazing week for you and your church community. Each day, you will receive a challenge story, and a thought to inspire you to live out Matthew 25. And he said, recurring messages. That's letting you know that they're going to do this for the next week. Okay. So just accept it for the next week. And then they say, want to get more second time they send, want to get more out of the challenge? Respond with your email to receive a link to download the Matthew 25 Family Activity Guide. Now, what you need to do, give them then your email list. Give them one of your multitude of email lists that you will check. And then what they're going to send you is an activity guide that's going to show you a lot of things. Now, here's what we do. When you get that activity guide, you take the activity guide, you're going to see some things that they're going to tell you that they've processed, that they've learned through their experience from being an organization since the 40s of how to help people be closer to the Lord. And you do that and you'll learn. It'll be a blessing to you when you get their activity guide. You may not do all the activities that they're asking you to do, but you'll see some ideas. And for you ministers that are out there, you'll get ideas what you can do for small groups and things that you can help other people when you go out and you're ministering. Remember, in my mind, every one of you all is a minister of the gospel. Jesus called every one of you to go forth and witness for him, to let your light shine. When you give them your email address, they will send you additional information. You will have that, then you can share that with others and you can be a blessing to other people, not only just your family. Now, I'm trying to hurry up so I can finish this up in how many more minutes? In in 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. All right. Then when you give them an email, they're going to say, like I did on mine, thanks, we got it. You can access the guide here and they give you another link. Then you click that link and you can get the guide that way. And then they'll like they came to me at 3 o'clock this evening. World Vision here. We're praying for you in a hot dog. They say, we're praying for you as you take on the Matthew 25 challenge this week. And then they tell you, they're going to send you these emails. I mean, not emails. They will send you these text messages. Here's one I got from World Vision right there. And here's what their things that they're telling me to do. Now, Monday, skip lunch. A lot of folks skip lunch anyway. That ain't no big deal. Tuesday, drink water only. That's a little more of a big deal. But skipping lunch is just to help you realize that some people in the world don't even have lunch. And then when they get just a few beans and stuff. Then on Tuesday, drink water, showing how what it's all about. Wednesday, sleep on the floor. Thursday, wear the same clothes, wear the same things. Because there are a lot of people in the world that have the same clothes. They don't have any other kind of clothes. You do, we do. But this is just getting us to understand what a lot of other people go through. Friday, reach out to someone. And then up Saturday, say, take a walk. Some of you all say, I don't want to do none of that stuff. You know what? Try some of it. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. Because remember, they're going to be sending you all these extra things that you need to get that you can use that can bless you too. Then the next thing I got is get excited. Your Matthew challenge starts tomorrow. And here's a short message from the team to let you know what's ahead. So they sent that to me and say, consider to save this on your lock screen to remind you what you're going to do. Now, I ain't gonna put it on my lock screen, but it's a good idea for those you want to have memory. It's stuck in my head. I have chased World Vision for the past 4 years to get them to cooperate with us and to work with us. That's the reason we got those gifts that are coming in that you can put out in the community. All right, let's see. Brother Roy Stoves is already signed up. Okay, and you got Minister Charlene Braid's number at the bottom of the screen for further information. What we will do is when they send us the activities and they send us the prayer points, when you get the prayer point, those prayer points will be things that we will lock in agreement with together. You know, I've given you things to read in scripture. I'll be teaching tomorrow and I'll be doing on Wednesday, but we can lock in agreement on these items. And where two or more gather together, there he is in the midst of it. So when we start praying some of those things that World Vision's given us, not only will we be praying, but there are others that will be taking the very same challenge and they'll be praying. And the kingdom of God, not just Guiding Light, but other churches that I don't know about that are doing it. As he said to Elijah, I got other servants other than you, but we will all be united and the kingdom of God will be together. That's what we need more of. Okay. That's my time. My time is up. I'm 31, but it's over and I need to quit. So if you got any questions, pop them in there or contact Minister Charlene Bray at 205-966-2082. Now, you know what? I'm actually standing right now thinking that that would do something that would relieve me of these issues I have, but that didn't necessarily do it. So I'll readjust tomorrow. All right. Finally, M25 this week. Next Sunday, those of us who have an even greater heart, are going to sign up for the thing they call Chosen. What that's all about, that's just letting someone in Kenya, some children, we're going to mentor them. You'll hear about that more on Sunday. But right now, time to go. And thank you, Deacon Brown. She says, Dr. Brown, I'm looking forward to volunteering for Chosen. And she says, for the next 2 Sundays. So check it out. I will talk to you all tomorrow night. And remember, I'm gonna be putting some more out on what I'll be doing tomorrow night on the minority leader of the House of Representatives of the state of Alabama. We'll be talking to him again to impact the state. We're impacting the world through World Vision. We're doing things in this nation. We are doing things across the nation. I love you all. Remember the one thing God said, you were created to excel and not fail. You got Minister Braid's number up there for further information. God bless you. Thank you for watching. And share this. It's only 33 minutes and about 25 seconds. Go share this with others and tell others to share it and share it and share it so we can build the body of Christ and be more on one accord. Love you. And I'll see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, as we talk to the minority leader of the House. And right, Amelia, Guiding Light Church is on the move. We were created to excel and not fail. That is our divine potential. Love